And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Brett Maher on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothball. Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I couldn't understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming again.
Allen going to leave it on the draw for McCoy. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Austin. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? And I can think of as if someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That type of run right there, that It just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect. Know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
And how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, I got the best of both worlds. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Got this big lead.
Even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown him a little bit.
Here now, a look at LaShawn McCoy. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hand of some other people, find some other playmakers, but that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
From the 30 on second down. Allen, it's caught. Smith. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Allen's throw caught by Jones. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Jones last year led the Bills, 652 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, more than doubled his production from 2017. Now they're hoping for an even bigger bump this year. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
How about the fellas with the rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 24, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So we've hit halftime, and just like that, on we have. The lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Oh, a second dosage. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often... wins games.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Elliott. Into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 56 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So what was already a game? Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2, unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And the Bills are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Mike 54. I got
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Now McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On second down now. It's Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one hand like that.
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it.
When you get that close to the goal line, you can't give up yardage that easily. You might have just given up a great opportunity to score 6 points.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now Austin. And the Cowboys are in the end end zone for the touchdown.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what. They do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. And the Bills are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble. Gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time. He flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Over the middle. And it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the grab by Croft. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Allen hands off to McCoy, and he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. We've seen this a few times in this game, that offensive line. I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people being dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 40. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the time, they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Prescott now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing here, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
3rd and long for Prescott. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run it with Elliott. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Honey,